Jürgen, well done tonight. What was key to that victory?
The way we played and the way we defended VILLARREAL, the way we attacked VILLARREAL was key. You have to score goals, it's clear. It's in football, it's the same. I liked the first half already, to be honest. It was clear we had to keep going. What I like most about VILLARREAL is really that they, even when they're under pressure, and there's one moment where they can get out of the pressure, they're immediately a threat, immediately passes in the center, where we had to put a lot of players obviously on the wing to try to, or in the situation to win the ball. When you don't win the ball there, then obviously all of a sudden you are in between everything. We did that most of the time really well. So, 2-0, half-time, not more, not less.
You've said to us many times before, 2-0 at half-time can be a dangerous scoreline.
It is.
So, how much work do you feel is still left in the time?
But the full work is to do. There's nothing happened yet. That's how it is. For me, it's the best example. You play a game and it's 2-0 at half-time. You have to be completely on alert. You have to be 100% in the right mood. You have to play the second half like you play the first half. There's nothing to defend. If you do that, you get immediately all the advantages you might have had before away. We know we go there and will be a tricky atmosphere for us. Obviously difficult and different to tonight. These players who saw that tonight, this coach, they fight for it with all they have. What I like that everybody could see, we fight with all we have, and it's always the same. If they beat us with a result, but give them to brings them to the final, then they deserve it. And if not, then we deserve it. That's how the competition is. We played a really good game, and now in 5 days we play again, and we have to make sure that we are ready then.
Okay, super. David, I think from the Guardian. First of all, no, sorry, I thought you were gesturing you. Anyone else from the Dominic, next.
How much can you use Roma as an influence, or as a? I mean, you're so much more knowledgeable and you've had so much more experience since then.
No, Roma.
You had a commanding lead that time, and
yeah. If we wouldn't have conceded, that would have been cool. But so nothing. We didn't go to Rome and think we are through. We knew that the round before, even when it's now years ago, the round before, I think, was the round before, whenever they gave Barcelona a proper knock with a similar scoreline. So we didn't think, but in the game, obviously, we were 1-0 up, I think.
What I mean is, the players who were involved that night are a lot more smarter.
No, it's not important. Didn't think for a second about Rome, to be honest. This team, it's a different team. We are different, and now we are turning up. That's all. It's better than before the game. Fine, but we know we are not through, so no problem. Let's keep going.
Superb. Sorry, gentleman in front of Dave, first of all, in the front row, and then we go to Dave Maddock from the middle. Yes, thank you.
Sadio Mane scored very nice and important this night again. Are you then going to find it unfair if he doesn't get the Ballon d'Or?
Wow. He plays an outstanding season. Sadio is an outstanding player. I have nothing to do with the Ballon d'Or nomination and all these kind of things. I don't understand it really 100%. He's world class and played again a really good game for us, but I have no idea. I don't know exactly how you come with that question. Now the season's not even over. Historically, we have to win something to win the Ballon d'Or. I think most of the time was like this. If you're not Messi or Ronaldo, you have to win probably the Champions League, which we didn't do yet. So give us a few more weeks, and then we will see where we end up. And then Sadio wants to contribute. Sadio wants to help the team, and that's what I love most about it.
And Naby Keita, do you think that he's having his best season here at Liverpool?
He has his best season because he's for the longest period fit. That's good for us. That's good for him. That's good for Guinea. Yes, he's an outstanding player. That was always clear. He played for us even in other seasons where he was not that consistently fit. He played incredible games. If you go back and watch our big games, you will realize how often Naby was on the pitch in these games. So, very good moment for him.
Superb. Dave Maddock from the Mirror, and then I'll keep an eye.
It was a really controlled performance and mature performance, and I imagine that must please you because that's what you would have urged. and they could easily have maybe just got a bit overexcited when they didn't score in the first half, but it was so measured, and I think that shows the maturity of the side.
Yeah, that's maturity. I think is part of quality. To be honest, I think we should be like this. So we spoke in half time. I thought that we looked in the first half really fresh, really had good legs in the first half. So now when you think it's intense for us to play the way we play, but it's intense for the opponent to defend us in that way then as well. So for us was the challenge. I think how it is for all human beings. You try and you fail. You try and you fail. You try and you fail. And at one point you think, come on. It's not my day anymore, and we really had to stay positive in these moments and really try and fail, but keep trying in the same mindset, and that's what we did. The goals we scored were outstanding. Loved them. Loved as well a goal which didn't count. Trent's cross, Robbo's finish, unfortunately, but didn't count. That was offside, I think. So, how's that? All good so far. You have to travel to VILLARREAL. We will travel to VILLARREAL, and then we try to qualify for the final. But again, if we will not be good enough there, then VILLARREAL goes to the final, and that's fine as well, because I think in sport should be like this. But we will see.
Okay, Miguel, and then the gentleman over there on the left. Miguel at the front row.
When you're in a situation like that where you're considered the superior team, do you prefer games where you're up against a side that kind of is much more defensive, or say some of the more chaotic semi-finals that have become famous where it's more end-to-end?
Never thought about that because you cannot. It's not. I never saw a wish list for these kind of things. There you can choose which team you want to face. We got VILLARREAL. I couldn't respect more what they do. The way they're organized, honestly, it was kind of a lesson for me again. When I did the analyze, you think, oh, wow. That's really, really cool and really good. And again, tonight as well. But then we should not forget we are good as well. And that's what we have to. Then so it's like a fight, a duel on a really high level. Who can push it through a little bit more? And next game, will be different, of course, because it's at VILLARREAL. Different atmosphere, obviously. And then we have to deal with the 2-0 lead as well. Best way, you just ignore it and you go from a 0-0 and try to win the game there. But until then, we have 5 days' time and another game in between. So that's cannot have no idea now what we will do then. But I have no wish list for which kind of opponents I want, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this the last question unless there's anything pressing. Gentleman on the left-hand side.
Hi Jürgen, just another question on Sadio. He's kind of gravitated into more centre forward role since the turn of the year. What is it that he brings to that position that others don't, and why him out of that three as the centre forward?
Why him? I think that's obvious. Well, because he's doing really well. If it's not obvious, then we have a problem. Because I think you like him playing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's good. I like it as well. He can play left and he can play central, on both positions. World class. He started for us here at Liverpool on the right wing. The elder ones in the room will remember his goal at Arsenal, which maybe was his first goal when he cut inside and fired the ball with the left foot in the far corner. So yeah, absolutely outstanding. Love it. And at the moment, it's just for us. It's a good. This is a good alternative, but it's exactly. I love Diogo in the center. I love Bobby in the center, and then Sadio on the left. We should not be that fixed. We have a look and have different ways that Sadio plays. So sometimes we want him to drop slightly more. Today we wanted him to be more stay between the center halves, keep them away, and offer the runs behind. All no secrets, because if you watch it back, you will see it anyway. Yeah, because he has the skill set for it. That's the reason why he plays that.